Question 2A. As a speculator, Mr. Zaf believes that share price will keep on falling in the near future. He asked his broker to short 8 FKLI contract at a price of 1556. He is required to pay 80,000 ringgit and maintain 64,000 ringgit. Prepare his mark-to-market position on the following closing prices. This question is under Chapter 4, which is Equity Futures. From here, we can see that the price is expected to fall. This leads us to use short speculating as our strategy, which is sell today. The initial margin required is 80,000 ringgit and the maintenance margin is 64,000 ringgit with 8 number of contracts. On the day Mr. Zaf entered the contract, the closing price was 1556 with the same initial margin, which is 80,000 ringgit. On day 1, the closing was 1550 that brought him a profit of 2,400. Simultaneously, the current margin also increased to 82,400 ringgit. The way we calculate the profit or loss for one particular day is the previous closing price minus with the current closing price. Then the sum we get will be multiplied with the number of contracts and the contract size. Furthermore, day 2 closing price was 1545 with a profit of 2,000. This results in the current margin to be 84,400 ringgit. The next day, on day 3, the closing price was 1520 and Mr. Zaf again succeeded to earn a profit of 10,000 for that day, which leads the current margin to be 94,400 ringgit. On the last day, which is day 4, Mr. Zaf gained 8,000 profit from a closing price of 1500. This made the current margin to be 102,400 ringgit. Last but not least, the total profit Mr. Zaf gained from this strategy is 22,400 ringgit.
Moving on to the next question, which is question 2B. This question is related to short hedge selling in FKLI. To make a solution about this question, first, we need to find the strategy that should be taken by Elena. Here we have to use short hedge FKLI, sell FKLI today and buy FKLI later. Second, we have to calculate 8 million ringgit times 0.8 times 1.15 divided by 1,500 times 50 to get the number of contracts, which is 98 of the contracts for this trading. Third, we need to construct a table of the cash market and futures market. Today in September, in the cash market managing 8 million portfolio, the price is expected to fall, so we have to sell. On the future market, we sell 98 December FKLI contracts at 1,500, and later in December we sold 8 million of the portfolio at a lower price, and we buy 98 December FKLI contracts 1,495. Fourth, we have to calculate the futures position, which is the future profit, minus an opening position to a closing position and times with number of contracts and times with contract size, and we will get 24,500 ringgit. Next, we have to find the cash position, which is decreases in price and has a net effect. For a decrease in price, the minus between the ending and beginning index will be times the funds allocated, and dividing by the beginning index will give an answer of negative 131,578 ringgit 95 cent, which is less in revenue. Thus, for the next effect, subtracting both items will give an answer of negative 107,078 ringgit and 95 cent, which is the actual loss of revenue from selling shares instead of the decrease in price. And last, we need to find the effective price with and without hedging. We have to divide the total proceeds of selling with number of contracts and times with contract size to get both of these effective price. And we will get the answer for effective price without hedging are 1,605 and 1,610 for effective price with hedging.
Question 3. A dealer believes that due to the market volatility, there may be an opportunity for a riskless profit between the FCPO and CPO market. In mid-October, the dealer is willing to take 2,500 tons of CPO for this trading activity. The spot price for CPO is 2,160, while November and December FCPO are trading at 2,280 and 2,300 respectively. Assume that the cost of storage is 12 ringgit per month per ton and borrowing rate is 8%. This question is related to FCPO. For question 1 Roman, we need to find the December FCPO for fair price. Formula for fair price is as shown in the slide, which is selling price minus time with 1 plus rate times over 365 days plus C plus times time over 365 days. So we get RM2213. So when we compare fair price with closing price, December is overpriced. So here are the table. Today October, on cash market, buy 2,500 metric tons of CPO at 2,160 ringgit. On future market, sell 100 December FCPO at 2,300, and later in December, we hold 2,500 metric ton of CPO to be delivered at designated port. For future market, we arrange for delivery of CPO through MTCH for cash. Question 3 Roman need to calculate arbitrage profit or loss. Step 1, we need to find revenue from selling December futures, then we get RM 5.75 million. Step 2, expenditure from buying, we get negative 5.4 million ringgit. Step 3, we need to find interest expense for borrowing, then we get negative 7,338.82 ringgit. Step 4, cost of storage, we get negative 61,150.58 ringgit. To get gross profit, we need to calculate revenue from selling December futures minus expenditure from buying minus interest expense for borrowing minus cost of storage and equals to profit RM215468.50.
Alright, now we will walk through question 3b. To make a solution about this question is you need to list out the current market aspect about the trading, which are intended total price of purchase, which is 50 million ringgit, and interest rates for today, falling and later. Also includes the strategy of the trading. Then you have to divide 50 million ringgit with 100,000 ringgit to get the number of contracts, which is 500 of contracts for this trading. Then, to calculate the hedging benefit, you need to calculate the futures position, which is the future profit, minus the closing position to opening position and times it with number of contracts and times it with 110, and you will get the answer of 475,000 ringgit. Lastly, you have to find the cash position, which are cash expenses and net effect. For cash expenses, the minus between closing and opening price will be times by the intended price and divide by opening position, will make an answer of negative RM 412 ringgit and 326.339 cents. And dividing between closing and opening position times by intended price will get you 50,412,326 ringgit 39 cents. Thus, for the net effect, subtracting both items will get you negative RM 49,937,326 ringgit 39 cents.
Question 4b. Clipper spread narrowing actually must have widening. Question has wrong information. September 95 minus 96, which is 1 basis point. December 97.5 minus 94.5, which is 3 basis point. Strategy intermonth spread. Sell December FKB3, buy September FKB3 today. Buy December FKB3, sell September FKB3 later. Compute her gross profit or loss if she trade can contract for each month. September future today April buy 10 September FKB3 at 95 and later August sell 10 FKB3 at 96. December future today April sell 10 December FKB3 at 97.5 and later August buy 10 December FKB3 at 94. Spread BP 97.5 minus 95, which is 2.5 basis point, and 96 minus 94.5, 1.5 basis point. Spread BP, 96 minus 95, 1 basis point, 97.5 minus 94.5, which is 3 basis point. Total basis point, which is 4 basis point.
Miss Loli is required to pay a commission of 100 ringgit each contract. So the net profit from the transaction will be 98,000 ringgit because 2,000 ringgit will be the commission for 2 rounds or 2 different markets of 10 contracts. In the end, if Miss Loli were to trade 15 contracts during the spread, she will make a new profit of 150,000 ringgit from the spread.